Good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe! Hello and welcome to Weekly Tips. So this week I just wanted to chat to you about taking my ideas from sketch to actually using reference in the actual work. Now with this you've probably seen a lot of my process in quite a few videos, and there are some videos that I kind of skip this stage. I kind of have the final drawing and then I paint from there, and there's other times where I actually get you actually see that whole me grabbing the sketch that I have already sketched it on a drawing pad. For this process I've just kind of sketched out a dragon drawing that I've created. So feel free just to draw yourself a dragon of any kind. Any shape or form, and if you've got Photoshop, bring it into Photoshop, or just whatever program you like to use if you work digitally. You can just follow along with me traditionally as well if you like, just to help you learn a few things here and there. This is a short video so I can't really get into a lot of detail, but anywho, so basically I want to talk to you about, using your reference and things. So what I've done here is I've created just a sketch, and what I do is I create a sketch way before I even look at any of this reference here. I don't get any reference or anything before I do any of the sketches. So this sketch was without any reference of looking at any dragons or anything. It's just me drawing an idea down. This helps you make the idea, stand out, and it's better. And you can surprise yourself too, you can be like, oh, I drew this without reference. And then, work on it there. So I actually didn't use any reference for this sketch. So feel free to draw something without reference. Now what I usually do is I would drop it down the opacity. With this you could probably, if you're doing it traditionally, draw with another piece of paper, and use this idea, so have this beside you somewhere, or if you've got like a setup where you can put another piece of paper on top and still see it. So I'll gather reference. I would gather a few references here. So because it's a dragon, it's not exactly a real thing. So you can't just grab images of dragons of the images. Not the same as you can with, say, if you're drawing a fox. You can't just grab a bunch of photos of dragons, or there's nothing real there. You see all this stuff with dragons, all these drawings and 3D models and things, and these skeletons. So what you really want to do is just grab reference that's close to what your intention for the dragon is. For me, this is a horse skeleton, so I would look at like horse skeletons, because that is something that is very close to a dragon-like anatomy for me. I mean, it depends on what kind of dragon you're making, but you can look at, maybe you might want something a bit more snake-like, but look at skeletons and anatomy of animals that are close to what kind of dragon you want to make once you've got your idea. Once you've got your idea, what you do from there is I obviously drop the opacity, and then what I do using my reference, now I can look at kind of my reference. I haven't fully set up this, but I'll do it on the fly here. So yeah, using my reference I kind of go over top of it and like fix up what mistakes I did make using like this kind of reference to see where the skeleton goes. And obviously this is a small little couple of minute lesson, so I can't really go into big detail with it, but I'll do a little time lapse for you, Yeah, this time lapse will start now. So you see me using the reference. I use it to help me draw the skull. The skull is similar to what the horse's skull or the T-Rex skull, so I use that to help me guide where the nose holes might go and how they fit into that skull. And then you see me develop some of the legs further. Yeah, I use the reference as well to try and help me get the structure of those legs right. So those are the two important things that I'm using with the reference. The rest of the sketch really just comes from knowledge, from me learning a lot about animals and structure. So yeah, this is what happens next. I keep on working on this sketch. I would basically see, I've probably done this on the wrong layer. I know, I've done it alright. I've got the two layers here. It depends on what I'm working, but I usually like to keep it all on one layer, especially if you're changing quite a bit, or if you're doing any lasso tooling or anything like that. If you're working digitally, if you're working traditionally, you can draw it on pieces of paper again and again and things like that. But it is important to find the right reference. There's probably a little bit more reference I can find for this piece as well. Like, I could go into some of the frilling, look into animals that have this kind of frilling, look into bird wings and wings that might suit, like bat wings, to help me further develop when I get into the next stage. So what I do from here is I will do a quick 3-tonal study, just to do the highlights and the tones, just to think. I would add all like I wouldn't add too much detail. I'll just try and get the whole, you want to get the pose and the whole character right before you get into any detailing. I would probably have 2 or 3 more attempts at drawing this before I actually, add any tonals after this. But I'm pretty happy with what this is looking like. This is a final sketch pretty much. So from there, I pretty much just add, because I've started with a mid-tone. You'd see me drawing on mid-tone a lot. I can just add in like where the light might shine, and also where the dark might go as well, and just thinking about those. If the light's hitting here, where would the dark go, and things like that. But I can't get into a lot of details about that. Hopefully I can give you tips about that in one of the next videos. Hopefully you did enjoy this video and you got something out of it. We'll see you in the next video. Keep checking out my channel. This is something different. I thought I'd do something digitally, just show you guys a little tip that I could help you. Please, give me any comments or feedback if you like. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Goodbye.